OBS. All right. This is track 1.
Track 2.
Track 3.
Track 4.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Who Gives a Shit, the podcast that asks the most important question. Who gives a shit?
Gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
All right, we got a full house today. So today, CJ's back with us on this odd
We do.
Tuesday, the 5th Tuesday of the month. And we got Rabbitt, and we also have Rooty, also known as Ryle Kittenhouse. So,
Got a fat Tuesday here.
yeah. So, Rooty, you're the one that's a little bit out that people won't know. So, hey, introduce yourself. Tell us how your week's been going.
I'm Rooty Tooty M4 Shooty. This week has been kind of dog shit. I'm writing dissertations in college, so
Oh, I
Yeah.
think you're the ghost of Kiev. Really, is that you?
no, because I'm not a black trans woman. I'm sorry, but I'm not powerful enough to be the ghost of Kiev.
Oh man,
Is that
I
what they
thought
found
for
out about
sure
her?
you were black
Yes.
and
That's what
trans.
Netflix is saying.
Yes, a black trans
Ooh.
woman that is defeating the powerful, evil Russian Empire, just like in Star Wars.
Very proud of her.
Only black trans
You go,
woman
girl.
in Russia
You go, girl.
is defeating Putin.
Mhm.
That's crazy. She's the only one. The one trans black woman in Russia, and she's defeating the government all by herself. Very brave.
Well, hey, it was a black trans woman that started Stonewall.
Well, yeah, you're right about that. Smash and mirrors. So, Rabbit, how was your week going?
My week's been kind of wackadoo, honestly. I had to explain to a 20-year-old woman what insulation was.
What? Okay.
Not, by the way, I don't mean the pink stuff you put in walls. I mean the concept that things have a property where they do not conduct heat as well as other things.
Wow.
I went to hang out with this chick. and I was just like, hey, it's cold as a motherfucker in here. And she was like, oh, well, we don't turn the heat on. And I'm like, that's fine. You can shut the front door. And she was like, would that help? And I was like, yes, that would help.
Come on.
And
Was she
and then I
high?
was just like probably a little bit, but not when I got there, I don't think.
So- Come on, man.
She said she dropped out of high school and didn't do well in science. So I
You
was
don't
like,
say.
yeah, okay. That's enough worth it. So I tried to explain it. I was just like, so you know how things conduct electricity? And I might have short-circuited her with that one. I was like, okay, so things conduct heat like they conduct electricity. And she was like, okay. And then I think at that point I just sort of gave up on trying to teach her anything because I knew I was not getting through that fucking wall, dude.
It doesn't
You're
take.
saying that. So you're saying that she knows that you're not allowed to eat the cotton candy in the walls, but she's not sure why.
She knows that stuff is she. Well, okay, she was pretty sure that was what insulation was.
Wow.
She did ask. She said it in like the question, like it's the stuff in. It's like that pink stuff, right? And it's like, yes.
Yes, is what
but
I'm telling.
but also it's like a property of matter.
Oh my god.
No, you gotta act like that you invented installation, and she'll think you're the smartest guy in the world. Fuck you forever. That's
She
the
definitely
only way to
thinks that
carry
Rabbit
that
is the
out.
smartest guy in the world already, just for even
Oh,
knowing that.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Thinks I'm a fucking genius.
Wow.
Big titties though. Big.
Ooh, a lot of shit suddenly became forgivable. Hey, CJ, how's your week going, man?
Oh, it was alright, man. It started off slow. I got cockteased at the casino.
No.
What's his name?
Fucking corporate hellhole. His name was Jim, and he was the fucking pit boss who promised me a seat and I did not get a seat. And I got so fed up with playing 25-cent blackjack hands that I just went to the bar and I got drunk and won $800.
Wow.
Um, I haven't done much since then.
I wish I could win $800 every time I got mad and drunk.
Yeah, hell of a superpower.
You know what? There seems to be something behind the fucking.
I mean, silver linings. Come on.
Whenever I'm like super fucking mad, I tend to win a lot of money.
Weird.
Yeah. You also
Oh.
tend to lose a lot of money when you're trying to prove yourself.
Man, I had
Yeah, but I'm usually not mad during those times. I'm usually happy when I'm trying to, outshine the big drug dealer with the Cuban link chains. But,
Oh
yeah? I had a
Well,
pretty slow
I'll raise you 500, motherfucker.
Pride cometh before the fall.
It
oh.
does indeed.
So, I mean, this weekend was amazing for me. I had the best weekend in a long time.
Tell me about it. Let's hear it. What do you got?
First, I got my car back. Finally, it's in good working order. The thing is mint.
Ooh, hell yeah.
It has more power than the clutch can handle.
What do you have? What do you have to the wheel?
So my clutch started slipping at 608. Oh man, so I got it turned down to like 405, somewhere around there. I got a rotary switch on the underneath my dash where I can turn it up to the point where it starts braking the car. And
it's funny you mentioned that. I was actually talking to someone that builds drag cars today, like earlier today. Just a little side note.
So I got a new digital dashboard, and man, as soon as I got this thing, I was just peeling the paint off of fucking everybody. Anyone that had a Mustang GT, anyone that had a Charger RT, anyone that had a Camaro SS, I embarrassed these fools. And it was all the way at the bottom of my fucking rotary switch, man. I'm running low boost. In the big dick contest, I'm pulling out just enough to win.
You're just showing a little neck. You don't even go in full tip.
Man, and so I'm driving this thing around. A motherfucker tried to follow me home, dude.
Oh, shit.
So here, I'm at a stop sign, right?
You can't be messing with people like that anymore.
Not me. I got a history about people fucking with my vehicle, man.
Yeah.
So
remember the last time someone followed you home?
Yeah, I do. And I learned my lesson about this type of shit. So here's what happened. I'm at a stoplight. Dude pulls up next to me in a Charger RT, and he's missing like the side skirt under panel thing. And I'm looking over at this dude. He's got his thug mug on. And then we're both stopped at the stop sign at the same time. And I just take off on him. And I hear him trying to go. But it just, I don't know, the perspective of everything is weird in this car now. Everything seems slow. And I blow this dude's doors off. We stop at another stop sign. And he's like, hey, man, you got a V8? I'm like, nope, I got a straight 6 right now. But the next stop sign goes to the neighborhood. And so I pull into the neighborhood, and this dude got behind me, and he's following me in. I'm like, what the fuck? So instead of turning right to go to the house, I turned left because my neighbor's got a Supra. And I just got this thing. So I'm going to go drive by the neighbor's house to see if their garage is open to mess with the Supra. Dude's still following me. I stop in the little quarter cul-de-sac thing. He keeps on blowing past me. I'm like, I turn all the way around, drop my girl off at the house, and then I bust 4 left turns and do a block. And there's the dude leaving out the fucking neighborhood.
Ooh, shit. How long was he in there?
2.5 minutes tops.
In his car the whole time?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Just thinking about why his wife divorced him.
What is he just trying to have a conversation?
I don't give a fuck what this dude has to say, man. Don't follow me fucking home. You have a problem with me.
You missed your chance.
Oh man, yeah. Get a faster car so you can catch me next time, bitch.
Yeah, dude. If you're listening, messing with Adam from Houston is not going to make your daughter respect you.
And so so after that I had a good time. I went to a toga party at the nude lake, and oh man, it was a blast. I hooked up some freaky shit. It was awesome. Oh man.
Love that for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So let's get into the show. So I mean, who gives a shit? Okay, we all know what we're about to fucking talk about. Who wants to fucking bring it up?
I think CJ got it.
Yeah. So I haven't watched the Oscars in years, and I actually
Yay! It's this
stumbled
story.
upon this story
I'm gonna blow my
because
fucking brains.
my grandma called me at like 10:30 in the morning on a Sunday. Was like, "Did you see what Will Smith did to Chris Rock?" I was like, "No, what happened?" And I look at the video, and so what happened was, is Chris Rock made a very milquetoast joke about Will Smith's weird, bald, reptilian-looking wife. Will Smith got mad and gave like the bitchiest bitch slap that I've ever seen. Like it looked like play fighting that he used to do on the Fresh Prince.
It had some
It-
swagger.
That's how big it was.
The man wasn't even holding a pair of gloves in his hand when he did it.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Get some class.
yeah.
You gotta pop one of those off, finger at a time, you know?
So here's the thing about
Like,
this
dude,
story.
you didn't even smack him with your cane. Like you brought no game to that slap at all.
Oh, dude, what if he did it backhanded with his left hand with the fat pinky ring?
Ooh.
He should have done it with like a Three Stooges style, where he's just like bonk.
Man, and so here's the thing about this story. We get to talk about literally everyone. I think this is the first time we've ever brought something in where literally everyone gives a shit about this. Yeah. And even the people that don't want to give a shit, now not giving a shit has become its own giving a shit. Like it doesn't make sense.
And that sucks. That sucks, by the way.
Everyone's talking about it. Listen to it.
He gets into one little fight, and now they need to send Will Smith to his auntie and uncle out in Bel Air. That's what needs to happen here.
Who gives a shit what fucking Sharpio has to say about it?
Everybody is talking about it. Everyone in hip hop, everyone in the news, anyone that has ever talked about a celebrity, and so that translates to like everyone.
So I'm wondering, and I'm sure that this is what's on everybody's mind. Like, what laws are they passing right now? What are they trying to sneak by? Because this is pretty fucking big news.
Look at Iran. Are we crossing the border yet?
Yeah, right.
Are we sinking North Korean boats or something?
What's going on with Russia? Has that been updated in a little bit?
No, Globo homos are still holding strong in Ukraine.
Okay. The Reddit brigade's still going?
No, they got blown up by some missiles.
Ooh, rough crowd.
Oh yeah, it's for some rough shit.
Downvoted for sure.
ISIS, I heard.
Now, what hurts my feelings, man, is like I feel so on the back foot with this whole Will Smith thing because my take is just not anyone else's take. One, I think it is what it is. You know, it's just like paying too much for weed. Dude slapped a dude for disrespecting his wife, and he didn't want to press charges, and that's that. Like, I don't think it's actually any major deal one way or the other on account that there was fault on both sides because I don't know what's with this time of year. But we already know the name of this episode. It's Gorilla Who 2, Electric Boogaloo. About the same time last year, you got a black woman putting Gorilla Glue in her hair and having to shave all her hair off, and everyone fucking melts the fuck down.
You know, they say once a year around this time, a black woman loses all of her hair, and it's national news.
Oh,
man. Adam, you're wrong, actually. And Howard Stern is going to tell you why you're wrong. Adam.
Oh, no. What's this?
Let's hear it, Howie.
According to Howard,
what's this guy have to say?
He could have possibly gotten a concussion from that slap, and as a result, he should sue Will Smith for battery. Howard, your Judaism is showing that last part of that statement.
Oh my god.
But
Yeah, and so Tiffany Haddish
this
took
guy
the
is just
opposite.
insane.
Tiffany Haddish took the opposite opinion, saying that, and I quote, "When I saw a black man stand up for his wife, that meant so much to me. As a woman who has been unprotected, for someone to say, 'Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, leave my wife alone,' that's what your husband is supposed to do, right? Protect you, and that meant a world to me as a black woman."
Hotep, brother,
I don't-
Grand Rising King.
I think she's a little bit more right than other people. Man, look, I immediately look at this shit from my default profession that I got used to, which was a drug dealer. And there's this mutual respect shit that's always going on. Whenever you're standing in a situation, there is a possibility that another man might reach out and slap you in the fucking mouth if you act out of line. And so you got to act with a certain amount of decorum. But when there's like this established like parade and practice, that makes it so that people feel like they're fucking safe, and you're just not. If someone's got a line and you know that if you cross it, they're going to slap you, just don't be surprised when they do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I will give you my take on it, but in order for me to give the take, I have to tell a story time. So basically what happened
Gather around,
is
kids.
as soon as Chris said that joke, Jada gave Will the look. Now, I don't know if you know what the look is, Adam. I'm sure you know what it is. You have a girl now. But the look is like an eye roll that a woman gives when she wants you to do something stupid for her honor that usually results in violence or costing you money or just a bad scenario for you as the man. And I've gotten the look, and I'm going to tell that story. So, back when I had a girlfriend, this last one, we were watching TV, and I got up.
Is this the
and
doll
I
one?
got something out of the fridge. No, this isn't the doll one, because I never, like, got into a relationship with that one.
Oh,
I got out
okay.
of there as soon as that happened.
Okay, so I mean, thank God, right? How could you not?
Yeah, I had to leave, and she was like, "Oh, we can still be friends," and I'm like, "Absolutely not. You're gonna pull that shit again."
You're
And
gonna turn me into a doll.
also
You're gonna make
she
me a fucking
also did
puppet. My
the
legs already don't work. You're just gonna string them up.
oh dude, she's gonna make me into a Jeff Dunham dummy.
I'm a real boy.
Like you could get unfunnier.
Okay, so what's the deal with this girl that's not the doll girl?
Oh, so she was a fat black chick.
Yeah, yeah, I remember this one.
Oh, master of the hamburger.
She also sucked.
Oh yeah, she sucked a lot.
They all
Sucked
do.
hard dick.
They're all the worst.
And sucked hard dick, and never mind, by the way, because she was one of those I don't suck dick girls. It was super annoying. But
Like,
anyway,
honey, you're crippled. What? I mean,
like, come on. You're fat, I'm crippled, we're all settling here. Just give me a blowjob.
sometimes in life we do things we don't want to do to get by. It's the fact of life, babe. I can't help you there.
Oh my god.
But so she used to look through my phone all the time, right? And so she's
What's with black chicks and wanting to do that, by the way?
It's because she has trust issues, and
They
as
think
a
you don't know how to
result,
delete
I
messages.
should let her violate my privacy because her dad wasn't in the home.
Oh, okay, that tracks.
Boiled down to. Yeah. But I was getting the water, and she was looking through my phone, and she saw a text message where a mutual friend of ours, Scar, called her fat. And I forgot what the joke was. I think it was just "you're fat." And she got so fucking mad that she locked herself in the bathroom.
What
I
the
yelled at Scar. I yelled at Scar a little bit for the joke because it did kind of ruin the night. But she got to arguing with me, and she wanted me to go fight Scar for saying that. And I'm like, no, you stupid idiot. And at
What?
this time,
So
Look
I
at
was
the
on the
fucking
other side
state
of the
of my
country.
body and think that I can, first of all, travel.
All right, this answers some questions. Okay, so people were saying that Will Smith was a little bitch because, you know, if The Rock was up there promoting the shit, he wouldn't have gone up there and slapped him, and that is 100% not true because this dude is pussy whipped, and we now know that bitches are delusional enough that they'll want you to get in a fight with someone even if you're fucking crippled in a wheelchair. They got zero fucks.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly, dude. And at this time, it was even more ridiculous because Scar was on the other side of the country. So it's like, no, I'm not gonna drive 1,000 miles to defend your honor, bitch. You don't have any. You're fat and poor.
I
There is
mean-
no honor.
I mean,
Shut
really,
the fuck up.
what's the difference here between no hair and no head?
Go ahead. And here, okay. Did you know that Chris Rock made a documentary about black people's hair?
A rockumentary?
What?
A Chris
Yeah.
rockumentary?
It's called Good Hair, and it was all about the struggles of black women and their hair. Crazy how much money they spend on this shit and the amount of time and effort they go through with it. Like, okay, if you threaten to snatch a weave off a black chick's head, I will snatch the weave off your head, man. She will. She knows that you're fucking serious because
Hey,
that's
those are
like,
expensive.
they are. They spend a shitload of money on the stuff, and there's
Especially
part,
if that's a fucking lace front. Them shits is like $200.
damn. Chris Rock had like grown out a whole head at like a huge fro, shaved it off, and was going around to all the wig making shops trying to see if they'd buy the hair. And they got clips of saying like, "No, this hair is black. It's useless.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
it's worthless." It's like, yeah, black chicks in their hair, man.
All those stores just want Indian hair.
And the other thing is that Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith are in this weird open relationship. I really don't know the intricacies of what's going on with that, but we know that they're sleeping with other people.
Yeah, I mean, come
Oh,
on. Why
dude,
wouldn't
I
you?
was gonna break that
Why wouldn't
down
you?
too.
Oh,
Because
other people.
when I was looking at her Instagram, I could not find one video where this bitch is talking about how she used to fuck Tupac and how Tupac is so much better than the husband she has now. And Will Smith is slapping Chris Rock in the face for this woman. Fucking why? You are the richest cuck on the planet for doing
Man,
that shit. She doesn't even love you.
Why
No,
is
she-
he
she
a cuck if
probably
he's fucking
does.
around too?
Yeah, there's that. Well, you
Always
see,
talking about on Facebook and Instagram, she's always talking about how she used to fuck Tupac. And she's doing these point by point comparisons between Will and Tupac. Like, that is so fucking embarrassing.
That's
dude.
fucking wild.
How do you
Yeah.
do
That's
that?
wacky.
maybe Will Smith's into some of that embarrassment shit. Maybe he likes getting dommed a tiny bit in his
Hey,
relationship.
come on. I mean, get it how you live, player.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the difference. Will Smith is a class act, and he married a trifling ratchet that loves to put his personal business out there and embarrass him. And so he's probably slinging his dick in a fucking mile of pussy, but he just doesn't talk about it because he loves getting it that way. But this
Because he's
bitch,
a respectful gentleman.
yeah, these are rich people. They have an understanding. A lot of rich people do. And they make their marriage work because they got a lot of money involved and shit. Plus, there's kids, and they both trifled in Scientology weirdness, and so there's a lot of forces keeping them together. But also, Will Smith is probably just into that shit. He likes that this chick drives him fucking crazy because that's what makes him feel alive. He loves her and he wants to stay with her, and I respect that. I wouldn't do it because fuck that, man. I would have kicked that
Oh, yeah.
bitch to
Oh,
the.
my God,
Oh
man.
my god! The moment she said that, like, the wants to put my name in her mouth and like try to embarrass me, hell the fuck no. I'm fucking gone. That's fucking wild.
Gotta look
Rooty,
out for
you
number
said
one.
you
Yeah,
have Will Smith's apology.
I do. I have
Why don't
I have his apology, and I also have Chris Rock's statement pulled up right here.
Oh, nice. What you got
this
for us?
apology is hilarious, and I'm illiterate, so why don't you read it for the show? It'll be easier on our listeners' ears.
I'd be glad to. Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed, and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the
Oh,
show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for us all. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will.
oh God! He said the white bitch thing. He
I
said
am
he
a
was a
work
work
in
in
progress.
progress.
I am a work in progress.
I live in the garage, guys. They're doing some
Uh,
tune-ups. Still a work in progress.
I gotta
You know
tell
he
you,
got
hey,
that-
I'm sorry I beat the shit out of you and called you a racial slur. I'm just sitting here up on 4 cinder blocks in the garage.
You know he's got that I am a working progress platitude. He got like a wood block right next to his shitter. It says I am a working progress, and he's like, yeah, let me put that in the apology. That's deep, bro. But
Oh, you think he wrote his
yeah,
apology?
I think he had his secretary write it,
Oh, definitely.
unless it came from a firm. Uh, the reason I wanted to read that apology was because Jada Pinkett Smith is also disabled, and we're basically the same people. You know, she's bald, and people will look at her weird, and I'll never walk ever. And I'll never be able to walk upstairs, never be able to play any sports, but we're exactly the same.
You can never run with your children, and she has to wear hats.
Right. uh, just the idea that fucking, what is it, Apesha, what the fuck
Alopecia.
is the fancy name?
Alopecia.
Alopecia. Just the idea that you're not supposed to make fun of this weird iguana-looking bitch baldness because it's a disability. It's fucking ridiculous, and it's pretty insulting to actual retards, I would think.
Like you.
So you're
Yeah,
a
and I
Betty.
mean,
Yeah.
doubly so because she hasn't been in anything important in so many years. She's basically a private figure again.
So you're a gambling man, CJ. What's the over and under on this being a work?
It was real. And the only reason I say that is because in the beginning, at the joke, and then you see him look over at fucking Ringo the reptile over there with that disapproving look. And all of a sudden, he wants to be a big man and slap and quiver about keeping your wife's name out of his mouth. And
Man, I don't.
I would say that I would say that his wife put all the muscle on him. I don't even think he was offended at the beginning because you can see him smile when the joke is told, and then he glances at Jada, and then Jada gives him that resting bitch face, and then he just goes up and slaps Chris Rock. It's I would say 100% that Bill
And
was cool with the joke,
I'm
and
like
then
80
Jada
20
said
that it's
something.
real. Like, I'm pretty damn sure, but I
think
can't
it's
rule it
real.
all the way out, man. Like, it's possible, but I don't know. There's so many people that doubt so hard they can almost like loop you into the to that type of thing. Although my gut just tells me it's real.
I do think it's real, but if it's fake, Will Smith is a better actor than I give him credit for.
That'd be wild.
That is a very funky assumption to be like it. I don't know.
No, man.
What's the propaganda machine here?
I'm not sure. And man, it's funny. People are like, "Oh, yeah,
There's
like
always like some event at the fucking Oscars, and people just fucking talk about it. It's fucking. I don't.
yeah." And this was a huge flash in the pan. How long? This thing is fresh right now. Do you think they're going to be talking about this on Friday?
I have no idea. I don't
No.
care.
I
No.
doubt it.
I doubt
If
it
it-
too.
I don't give a
I-
shit. I mean, I really.
I'll play devil's advocate for a second. I think this might actually be a mark. Like, no one really who watches the Academy, or the Oscars or whatever. Because
Been in
normal
decline for the
people
last 3 years.
exactly.
It might be
Normal-
like an advertisement just to talk about it this much.
yeah, it's a bunch of actors and people in the industry that make all the decisions anyway. Now making decisions about what their favorite movies are. Like, there is no input from normal people.
It's a good
It's
point.
only actors talking about themselves. And
It really
as we
is.
all know,
it's patting themselves on the back, and they
Yeah.
fucking love doing that.
they are hungry for attention. That's why they became actors in the first place.
Yeah,
I fucking hate.
They're
actors.
addicted to it. And
they're
this
they're
just seems
professional
like
liars.
Absolutely, yeah.
People used to not trust actors. I think we should bring back that mentality of just completely not trusting them on anything.
Oh, like Shakespearean times?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, take away their right to vote because, they don't even know what's real or not because all they do is live in a fantasy world?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's Brazil or
Yes.
Argentina, one of those South American countries. It's illegal for actors to testify in court.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
That is
very
shit,
funny.
That's awesome.
That's based.
Yeah, man.
Sexually based.
Like having an open relationship. I feel so bad that Will Smith catches so much flack for that because really, when it goes right, it's a beautiful thing, and it just makes me sad that normies don't understand and just gotta rip a dude for fucking having fun. Because I can only imagine the
Well,
craziest shit that Will Smith has rigged up. I can only imagine how many freaking assholes Jada Pinkett Smith blew out in an orgy.
I think I feel bad for Will Smith here because he's literally getting cucked like all the time.
But he's fucking other bitches. How's he getting cucked? He's just watching from across the bed.
It would bother the shit out of me if my wife was on Instagram talking about all the better dick that she's had in her day.
Yeah, but CJ,
How do you come home to that, dude?
CJ,
I
Will
don't
Smith has
know.
enough money that he can buy
That
enough.
one's rough.
He's got enough money to buy enough cocaine, liquor, and any woman he wants that is way hotter than his wife to fill that emotional void.
Also, do you think he gives a shit? Do you think he cares? He's Will Smith.
Well, he might. Apparently, he does. He cares enough to slap fucking Chris Rock.
Oh yeah, over a little traction alopecia that she got from a little lifelong of dreadlocks.
Yeah, and I never even saw G.I. Jane. That movie looked like shit. I remember I wanted to go see something else. It came out in like 92. I barely remember that shit, dude. I'm pushing 40, and I can barely remember that movie. Talk about a dated joke.
Chris Rock, you can hire me for your second appearance to the Oscars. The better joke you could have made there was, Jada, I loved you in the Mortal Kombat movie, The Reptile. And, that's the better joke, because she really does look like a fucking reptile creature. It's down to her tongue, too. She's got that weird long, slimy tongue, and it's kind of split into two at the tip. And it's fucking weird. She looks like a lizard people.
Yeah,
So
I never
Alex
re-
Jones might have a point.
I never really thought she was all that hot. I always wondered how the fuck she got with Will Smith and why people thought she was all that.
Fucking
Frankly, Jada, I find it offensive that the Academy did not consider nominating you for Best Actor for your portrayal of Shao Kahn.
Oh my god.
Why don't you go sit up on a rock, Jada Skinkit Smith?
Oh my god. There's so many snappy comebacks on this shit too. This is one of the rare times where I scrolled through Reddit and I'm like, oh my god. Now everyone's actually a comedian. What the fuck happened? Like, shit. But we might double back and talk about Will Smith some more, but man, we should probably talk about something else for a second.
What do we have to talk about? What does anybody have?
Rooty has some surprises in store. What you got for us? Anything?
Boy,
anything interesting?
I do. So
give me some meat.
I do, and this is a little bit out of left field, and I want you guys to guess from where do you think this headline and article comes from?
Okay.
Prince William held
New York Times.
No, it's actually.
Wait. Let's about the. Read
We
the
got other
so I
guessers.
can guess.
We got other fucking guessers. Come on, man, play the game.
I'm sorry. Prince William held emergency crisis talks as he prepared to break major royal policy following controversial tour.
TMZ.
It's British, so I'm gonna guess BBC.
No, the answer is actually womanandhome.com.
Why?
Womanandhome.com. Okay.
Why?
Oh god. All right, Rabbitt. What do you think the top headlines on womanandhome.com are?
Oh boy. How to properly prune petunias.
Woman and home. Oh my god.
How to prepare
30 low calorie appetizers.
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Will there be a Bridgerton season 3?
Oh my god. The benefits of CBD for women's health, including period pain relief and better sex. This is like fucking crappy Cosmopolitan.
What is it called? Fucking Homes and Garden?
Womanandhome.com.
Woman and home. Fucking. Woman
oh no! All right. Why Will Smith's attack on Chris Rock has everyone talking about toxic masculinity, misogyny, and misgynor? What the fuck is misgynor? That's a new word.
Oh, misogynoir.
Yeah, what's misogynoir?
Yeah.
So misogynoir is misogyny experienced by black women.
Oh, that tracks. Yeah, nobody's talking about that.
Yeah, I thought that was like movies about misogyny in like the 30s.
No.
Yeah, there's a lot of Dutch angles in misogyny.
No. It's black misogyny, not black and white misogyny, Rudy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best kind, Rabbitt. The best
God,
kind.
I feel like I'm peeking the shit out of my mic sometimes.
Oh my god. Amy Schumer praised his liposuction, saying she feels better about herself. I'm getting the fuck out of Woman and Home right now. This is gross. Okay. So what
that
the
would
fuck?
Be wise.
What the fuck was this article about?
So the Duke of Cambridge, Prince William, and his wife, Kate, went on this Caribbean world tour on a yacht, where they visited all of the old colonies and the Commonwealth Islands.
Okay.
Now, this garnered a little bit of attention, specifically in Jamaica and Belize, because there were some protesters that were demanding reparations because the British held slaves there like 200 years ago. Never mind that Great Britain was the empire that basically ended slavery worldwide. They were, I think, the first European empire to ban slavery, and they did so in all their colonies, which was one of the reasons why America broke away. But people can never be happy. So there were protests.
I think it'd be really funny if in response to that, they passed a law saying that they will never pay reparations.
Yeah. But in addition to that, there were also many countries that are technically not Commonwealth countries for the empire, saying that they want more independence and they want to be their own republic. And Prince William came out with this speech talking about how
Prince William came out? Oh, finally. I'm so proud
yeah,
of
he
him.
came out.
Oh, nice.
Sexually based.
He-
Came out of the pedophile. Came out of the pedophile.
Oh,
Well,
he's finally
no,
owning
he's-
it?
He's still
just like
hiding
his
that one.
uncle?
Ooh.
I can't really tell one royal pedophile apart from the other one, Rooty. Maybe that makes me racist. I don't know. But
Oh,
Against the
God.
British, I think that's acceptable.
Yeah, you should.
Oh
be
yeah,
racist
I
against the
forgot
British.
about that. The British, they're all pedophiles. That's why.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why we immigrated
It's okay to be
America.
racist against them. You're allowed to.
that's why
God
they
says
call.
so.
That's why they call French fries chips, because they rape children.
Yeah, like this whole thing about it being like
Tracks,
representation and
tracks.
taxation. No, it wasn't about taxes, man. It was all part of that. That's part of the whole global homo conspiracy. It was about Americans getting away from pedophiles. That's why if you're an American and you ever talk to a British person, you just know they're a pedophile.
Yeah. But the prince said regarding all of these freedom protests and anti-slavery protests that we support with pride and respect your decisions about your future. Relationships evolve, but friendship endures.
Is this
He
a
said he
breakup
needed
text?
to make it clear. Yeah, it sounded like a breakup text, which is really weird because the monarchy doesn't have any say over any of this policy at all. That's completely up to Parliament and those countries to negotiate with Parliament
Right.
whatever they want.
Right.
Look,
So-
Jamaica, it's not you, it's me. I just think I'm not emotionally mature enough for a relationship.
I know you
I-
think that you
I
want
guess
some
you
money,
could
but I'm not at a
say-
good spot to do that right now.
I guess you could just say, just started Jamaican me crazy.
Oh.
But-
Oh.
This is even weirder because it's not just like sending a breakup text. It's like it would be Adam, it would be like me sending your girl a breakup text because I have absolutely zero control over your relationship with your woman. And that's basically what the prince did. He sent people who he has nothing to do with basically a breakup text.
Insane.
That's pretty much what he said.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And he violated this rule that the royal family had because the royal family doesn't have a say in what goes on anymore. They've basically shut up for the past 40 years about what goes on because why would they comment on stuff that they have no power over?
Right.
Because
Bad press.
they're the only British celebrities that kind of are an actual celebrity besides Harry Styles.
Jeremy Clarkson, man, he's the only Brit that I gave.
No,
honorary
there's a motherfucker that slaps a dude with conviction.
Oh
Yeah, dude, that's a real man slap. Go look at Jeremy Clarkson punching Pierce Morgan in the face. That is a real man punch. There.
You're
Wanna see
fucking
it.
awesome. Well, we're getting towards about the middle of our show, so let's get into our voicemails.
What do you got for us?
Hi guys, this is Charlie.
Having my mouth and anus aggressively penetrated.
By voicemails. So by all means, give us a call at 281-747-6015 and tell us who gives a shit. Also, give us death threats. We love those.
Ooh, I would love a good death threat. I'm
Yeah.
queer. You should kill me for it.
Yeah. I want to hear all that queer hate that we hear about all the time. Okay.
Gimme.
Let's play our first voicemail of the week.
Yeah, I got a tip for you about speeding tickets that I picked up from Nicky Rackets a couple years ago. Haven't had to actually pay a ticket since. It is, if you got a spare seat in your the back of your vehicle, put a child safety seat there. And when you get pulled over, you scrunch your eyes up real tight to make it seem like you haven't slept much. And it's, no, officer, I do not have any idea how quickly I was going down the road there. I don't know how fast I was going. And just keep that up, and they just kind of look at you like you're slightly retarded, and I haven't had to pay a ticket.
Yeah.
Results may vary, I think, with that one.
Well, look,
I got a better tip for you guys. Are you ready for this one? It's a real life tip, and it has 100% success rate.
Have your dad
Well,
drive
keep
you around
that-
so he gets all the speeding tickets?
Keep that booster seat in the back. Just use it for a white woman. Have a white woman sit in the booster seat in the back of your car, and when the cop pulls you over, just make her cry. And that will get you out of the ticket.
Oh, crying white women does make cops want to be like, oh, they want to deal with this.
100%. You got a gun charge, have a crying white woman right next to your gun.
Every white
You're
chick
fine.
has a story about how they cried to get out of a speeding ticket. Every single one.
Oh yeah.
My mom
Or they
has
pulled-
one. Every single girlfriend I've had has one. Every single friend I've had that I knew well enough has one. They all got one.
Either that or they have a story about how they slipped their shirt down a little bit by accident. Got away with it.
Yeah, that too. All right, so let's get to our second voicemail of the week.
What's up, Adam and rotating co-host, renowned Metal Gear expert Merlo Williams here, and I gotta ask, who gives a shit about the situation between Chris Rock and Will Smith?
Apparently
For those of
fucking
you who may
everybody.
not
buddy.
know, I don't know
Yeah.
how you couldn't. It was all the fuck over my Facebook feed this morning. On the 27th of March, at the Academy Awards, Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith having alopecia, saying he couldn't wait to see G.I. Jane 2. To which Will Smith gets up out of his chair, walks up on stage, and slaps Chris Rock. Now, if it had been Terry Crews or The Rock up there who made that joke, you can bet Will Smith would have sat his meek little ass down and done nothing. But that's really irrelevant to the point because the shit's a fucking work. For those who don't know what a work is, it's a professional wrestling term where you're supposed to believe what is fake is real. And I do not for a second believe that Will Smith is a real one that got beef with Chris Rock. It's absolutely ridiculous. Normies believe this shit is real, but I suppose it achieved its end because I'm leaving this voicemail talking about how Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Academy Awards. Will, we used to like you, but slapping a comedian for making a joke about your trifling ass wife's bald ass head ain't gonna unfuck her pussy. Will Smith, you were never cool. We were lied to.
Ooh.
Will Smith,
You know,
you are not cool as shit.
Oh,
you
God.
know what?
Are you familiar with this
I
bit,
think
by the way?
Merlo Williams,
Okay.
Merlo Williams is right. Normies just don't trust the plan. All they have to do is trust the plan. Everything's work. Nothing is real. This podcast is fake. I'm a globalist. I've got all the Clintons and Biden
I glow in the
standing
dark.
right behind me in the studio, watching everything I say. But I still don't think it's a work, man. I think these conspiracy guys are a little nutty.
No,
with
CJ
everything in the work.
I don't
CJ,
think it
you're wrong.
matters.
is real.
I just got a message from Q. He told me that this is all a work to distract everyone from Donald Trump sneaking into the White House as we speak.
He
Ah.
is.
I
He
believe
is.
all
He's
of it,
doing
absolutely.
it right now.
God, I don't think it matters if this is a work or not. For me, what made this interesting to me is I really wanted to see how people will react when someone just gets upset and slaps someone else. Because I feel like there's some sort of generational divide where young people are just shocked that someone would slap someone for saying something, because they are so far removed from someone being in the physical space that they don't know yet that people will do that. That people can and will do that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, people will.
Yeah, and I mean,
That's
they were just keeping it hood too. They were keeping it hood. How are you gonna knock them? It's really, it's nobody else's room to talk. And I recognize that I'm a tourist. I just kind of have been around in circles where I'm like, okay, I kind of get the weird respect thing. I'm a push and pull of how this shit goes on. And you might as well be talking about a man's mama like that. That's when they'll also have to fucking slap you.
The only thing that shocked me was how fucking bitch made the slap was. You know, Will Smith has to work out.
Man, that had a little swagger to
so
it, though.
I figured it would be I think it was like a cat fight. Is pretty much what it was.
Oh, he gave him the Fury swipes.
I had to bring Howard in because it was so ridiculous, the idea that he could have gotten a concussion from a slap, even if it was a good slap. It's not a fucking thing, Howard.
Honestly, it looks like he hadn't slapped anyone before that. I'm honestly surprised he didn't miss and accidentally swipe his nose.
Oh, that'd have been so funny. Or if you hit him on the shoulder.
Oh God! If he fucked it up, that
if his forearm hit him on the shoulder or something,
he would have
like
He should have just fucking killed himself if that happened.
Or if he went a little too far and accidentally boxed his ear. Can you imagine Chris Rock up there, all disoriented and stuff?
Oh, and it was
bleeding out his ear hole.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely. I mean, that's a grievous bodily injury at that point. That's like actual, like, real assault. Like, slapping someone open-handed is still assault, but that's when it goes into the other person's court to press charges. If they don't press charges, then they're going to squash that personally. And I think that at that point, it's nobody else's business. And if it was really a big deal, he would have said something about it. And I mean, Chris knew that he was stepping on some kind of line, making Will feel some kind of way. That's why he didn't press charges. It really wasn't that big a deal. And Chris Rock just sold out his whole fucking tour.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. It's also the best PR for him because Will Smith, one of the most famous movie stars in the world, slapped him over a joke that wasn't even that funny. So now the joke becomes 10 times more funnier because of Will's reaction to it. Now he's this comedic superstar now.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Rock sold as many tickets in 3 hours after that Oscar slap than he had sold in 3 months.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
He blew the fuck up after all this. It's like people forgot that Chris Rock existed until, what do the 5 fingers say to the face? God, where's Charlie Murphy? R.I.P. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. But yeah, I knew we were gonna fucking talk about this shit. Then Merlo Williams, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. But man, Merlo Williams came up with that bit that he was never cool. We were lied to, like Godsmack and Limp Bizkit and shit like that. And man,
Limp Bizkit was never cool, and allowing Fred Durst to be famous is our greatest sin as America.
Limp Bizkit was a musical genius.
Agree to disagree, but this whole thing about Will Smith never being cool and we were lied to, man, it hurt me in my feelings because I think he's fucking right. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was like a propped up, like, white rapper effectively at the time. He was like the friendly white version of hip hop that they propped up in Hollywood, and they did everything to try to make this guy look cool. And I would say that actually, I take that back. Will Smith was cool for a very, very brief amount of time when he made Independence Day and the first Men in Black movie. And then after that, Wild Wild West fucking killed it. I bought tickets to go see Wild Wild West so that I could sneak into the South Park movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. Wild Wild West is a cinematic masterpiece. They have that spider wheelchair. That shit was cool as fuck, man. I was full of jealousy watching that on the screen. You know how bad I want a wheelchair with spider legs?
Dude, that does. I mean, yeah, I can only imagine. I do think it's really funny how, like, all the people associated with this podcast have such a fucking vastly different take on shit like this. On account that we, actually, no, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I think we are the most diverse podcast out there. And,
Perhaps.
and it wasn't never intentional.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, God.
It's just what happens when a bunch of very funny, intelligent people all hang out and become friends with each other. I love you so much.
Oh,
And then they
God.
invite me on the show.
And then they invite Rooty on the show.
Rooty, okay, we talked about Rooty on the show before. He's the one that went with me to Colossal Con dressed up as Ryle Kittenhouse. It was Kyle Rittenhouse with cat ears going around handing out White Claws to people saying he's there to give aid. And this dude's very funny. It's just that he's a very private guy.
Yeah. I mean, I got invited to 3 orgies because of that, but
Nice. Did you go to any of them?
No. It was the same person that invited me to all 3, and I didn't want that person crawling on top of me.
Oh, I know
me to
who
crawl
it was.
on top of that person.
It was a fucking Tentacle Prince.
Oh yeah. No, it wasn't. It was the
furry?
You remember the black trans woman that ran the karaoke? It was super loud the entire time.
Oh God, that was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't.
Was she
just
cute?
if you ever think about singing Evanescence, just don't.
No, Rabbitt. She was
Wow,
not
I don't
cute. She
believe
looked
you,
like
guys.
she looked like Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh
Ooh,
God.
very interesting. I would have gone for it.
I'm going to, okay?
Oh my God. All right. So, oh man, God, we keep on getting off on this fucking slap. So, all right, let's see what else we got to talk about. CJ, you got another article to bring in, right? What else you got to talk about this week?
So this one was, I'll have you guess where it's from. The headline is just 24/7 Ukraine-Russia war updates. What do you think that's from?
MSNBC.
CNN. Actually.
That was gonna be my guess.
Nice.
It's either CNN
Nice
or Fox.
job. Nice job.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so mundane. It's literally shit like Putin said hello. Because it's not even a news article. It's just like they're so desperate for war to happen. And that's really why I brought this in, is everybody wants this war to happen so bad.
Oh, they want to go to war
They're
so
just-
bad. They're
Oh, they
dying
love
for
it. All these boomers are they're just like, come on, young people, come on, do a war for us. And we're just like, you old
Go
fuck.
on, kill.
Like you go pick up your M1 Garand and go fight the Ruskies. They're like, do you know
Kill
how
for
much
gas
this thing costs?
prices.
Here, I
The
got
reason
a
I'm
headline
bringing
for
this
y'all.
in is because, what's your headline?
This is about the same shit. Biden says his comment about Putin not remaining in power reflects moral outrage, not a policy change. Who do you think said that?
Oh boy.
Fox News?
Kind of
That
close.
sounds like ABC.
That's a little closer.
NBC.
USA Today.
Ooh.
So Biden said that, like, he's like, Putin can't stay in power, and people are freaking smooth the fuck out, thinking that they're doing some regime change shit or something like that, and that, like, it was the most gigantic gaffe in the universe or something. And I don't get it at all, and I don't really get why anybody cares about this war at all.
Yeah,
Profit is the answer.
Well, besides that, we are gun runners, and that dude finding the anti-air missile system Igor the farmer. That shit was badass.
Yeah.
Oh, and Redditor's
What
getting murdered.
what I don't understand is that they did this same lie in 2004, which was, come on, have some compassion. These ragheads did 9/11. We have to kill them all indiscriminately.
Saddam Hussein is literally walking into hospitals, picking up babies, pulling them out of incubators, and throwing them on the floor because they're Kurdish. This is why we need to invade.
It's the same lie.
We need to sacrifice American lives for the sake of Iraqi children.
I agree.
We also kill Iraqi children en masse.
But
listen, if a kid has an AK-47, it's still a kid pointing a gun at me.
Yeah, that'll happen. Shit, one of my buddies got like, well, it wasn't a kid, but it was like a young adult. Kid had a AK-47 on a motorized bicycle and was shooting at the motorcade, and all he had around him was an AT-4. So because he was like, it's a vehicle, blew him to smitherbits.
Oh.
I talked to him about that, like right after they pulled out from Afghanistan. He was talking about all the times he used excessive ordnance.
Poor fella.
Well, he was always technically correct. That's the best type of correct. But man, this fucking war.
The reason I brought Ukraine was because both sides of the aisle give a shit about it. And when both sides agree with something, that scares the shit out of me. That means something really, really bad for America.
Yeah.
Never good when both sides agree. When bipartisan shit happens, it is never good.
Hold on.
The American people.
I can think of one exception, and this happened very recently. They're gonna keep daylight savings time, the 365. They're just gonna stay daylight savings time. Which, hell yeah, I
hope that actually sticks, but I'm not too.
Dude, unanimous support in the Senate. When the fuck does that happen?
The last time they tried to do this,
the Patriot Act.
Oh yeah. But man, I just got a good feeling about this one. Man, I know it's so fucked up that you can't even just take a win. You still got to throw fucking doubt on it because of who it's coming from. It fucking sucks.
Yeah. I almost brought this one in as well because I think people that care about it on both sides are a little silly.
Yeah. I talked about this last week about how Lana Rhoades, the porn star, tried to use the Ukraine situation to try to deflect from her scamming a bunch of money with NFTs. like nobody really cares. It doesn't seem like it anyway. Dick Masterson highlighted it perfectly when he said, "Just tell people their Ukraine flag is upside down, and then have a picture of a fake Ukraine flag that's upside down and think back, see," and. It shows that they don't really know. They don't really care. They never really thought about this shit at all. It's just topical. And people are like, oh my God, people are dying. Well, where were they about the blockade of Yemen? Where are they about Libya? Where are they about Syria? What about all the other fucking engagements that we're involved in? Why don't they care about this?
Oh, you know why they don't care about those.
Yeah, here's another thing, man. American soldiers don't really like shooting white people all that much unless they absolutely have to. And they don't. When have they?
You're not
Reminds
wrong.
us too much of home.
You're not wrong.
So that's why I don't think this shit's really going to go down all that much, you know? Although it would be nice to import a Ukrainian wife. That's what I was doing the day when that invasion thing happened. And, you think the market will respond, but it didn't.
That's the only good thing I could think of out of this. And imagine all the pussy that our guys are going to get over there. They're just going to get their dick sucked for a Hershey chocolate bar from like a knockout Ukrainian bitch that would be Trump's wife. Memorial wasn't happening.
Oh.
Good for you, boys, I guess.
Get a how you know, player.
What you just said, CJ, sounds remarkably similar to what a very famous corporal in Afghanistan once said about how all wars are started because of a lack of pussy. The war in Iraq happened because the Iraqi Republican Guard didn't have enough pussy. Saddam Hussein wasn't getting enough pussy. And if America was able to comp the entire Republican Guard to go to Vegas for a weekend, we wouldn't have to fight a war because everyone would be happy because they got some pussy.
I agree with
Makes
Rooty.
sense.
We should just
That-
put
that-
all
that
our
tracks.
money into Vegas.
They should just legalize prostitution.
It's legalized in
No,
some
because
places.
then if you legalize it, then the prostitutes get a union, and then they start thinking they're somebody, and then you can't groom them.
Oh,
and
what's
then
wrong with people
skim the
being people,
prices.
CJ?
It's very wrong. Hoes should never be people.
Yeah, they should. They
Never
live
supposed
in the
to
forests
wake
in
up.
Poland getting blueberries. We've covered this on this podcast, man. Do you forget about the blueberry
you
picking
love the
forest whores?
You love them.
Oh my god. Yeah, there are some whores that are true capitalists that they're not going to start a union because they don't want to pay taxes and dues. They want to keep all that money, and they will suck your soul out of your dick to get it.
Well, I have a fear.
I believe
of
in the
these
power of them, by the way.
I have a fear of these commie whore unions, and also I don't want to pay taxes every time I get my dick sucked by a woman who has a crack addiction and probably herpes. I don't want to pay taxes on that, so let's not legalize prostitution. Let's not do anything crazy.
Well, legislation ain't moving anywhere soon. Hey, Rudy, you got another like quick story for us?
I do got a pretty quick story. This is from, well, I'll let you guys try to guess. I got fired, in parentheses, canceled, for live tweeting a Proud Boys rally.
Boys.
Rolling Stone.
This is from themedium.com, which I think is...
The Medium.
Yeah, medium.com. I think this is technically like a weird blog or something, but this is written by the actual journalist that was fired.
Ooh.
And so this guy, his name is Jonathan Cho. And
Jonathan Cho got fired? Oh no.
Yeah. Jonathan Cho is, well, as you can tell from the name, is an Asian American journalist who was working for, I think it was either NBC Seattle or some derivative of it.
Right.
And he went to a Proud Boys rally, and he was live tweeting and recording the whole event. And at the end of it all, he took most of his footage, all the really good footage, and he put it together in one long video that he released. And people rallied to get him fired and called him a white supremacist and a white nationalist that publishes propaganda because in the video, he picked up natural sound from a speaker that one of the Proud Boys was carrying that was playing a white nationalist song.
I was at the marches, at the trampling, at the zoo. What?
I wish it was that funny. It's a cringy song called "We'll Have Our Home Again."
Ew.
It's a cappella. Well, it's not a cappella. There are some drums.
Percussion.
I don't like any of this.
It's percussion, very cringe. And that was literally background noise that was picked up by his camera. That was just a natural part of what was going on. And people were claiming that he did that that he put that song in the video on purpose and made it white supremacist propaganda.
Who are these people? Who gives a shit?
Insane, crazy people. They're insane, crazy people.
Like
so, Rudy,
the normal job lynch mob? Oh, okay. The Medium.com, they do have one funny headline in this whole thing that I think is actually pretty decent. Thoughts on that famous dude slapping that other famous dude on live TV?
Ooh, what are your thoughts on it?
Hey, that's about how I feel about it. At the end of the day.
Thing, right? This is what I don't understand. I'm going to take a guess that all the people mad about this have some form of gay in them. So they're connected to the LGBT crew in some way. The Proud Boys are very gay. So what's the problem here? Why are you attacking your own? The Proud Boys are huge faggots, and they literally carry pride with their homosexuality.
Oh, they're big gay boys.
Why are you two mad at each other?
I
don't understand.
I don't get it. On if you're doing some gonzo journalist stuff that you should be really applaud. I don't understand why people are so scared about people seeing and talking about stuff, because that's kind of what America is about, and that's how it's supposed to be. And if people understand that, I mean, they're talking about passing a Bill of Rights in the UK to actually enshrine protected speech, because people are getting worried that everything's just going to turn into some bland mush and there's not going to be any spice to the way people talk anymore.
Yeah, I think that we need some heat, some pepper.
Yeah.
I would hate for everybody to speak in careful corporatese. I would fucking blow my brains out in a second.
Yeah. Oh my God, that reminds me.
What do you got?
My fucking week. So I yelled at all my bosses, and I told the CFO how I was stealing from the company, and then I got everyone to apologize to me, give me a budget, and buy me lunch.
What the fuck? How'd you do all that?
Well, I've been stealing from the company for a long time and misappropriating their resources so I can have a tooling stash just in case there's a fucking emergency. And there was a fucking emergency. There was these forgings that were bought. They were a different size. And they come in. My manager looks at this shit. He's the old school dude that's been machining forever. He looks at these and goes, oh, these are the same as the other ones. I just look at him and go, no, they're not. And he goes, yeah, they are. All these other normal people are around, the warehouse guys and everything. I'm like, how are you going to fucking lie to me like that to my fucking face with everyone else around? Are you fucking kidding me right now? And he gets all fucking huffy. I grab one of these things. It doesn't even fit in the fucking machine. And I'm like, oh no, are you fucking kidding me? But I saw this problem a year and a half out. I already had material bought to make new fixtures that would fit this shit. I already had programs made. I had tools bought. But nobody was willing to just pick up the material and saw it into pieces so that I could do it. I got excuse after excuse from people. And once I ask you 3 times and you blow me off the 3rd time, I'm not asking anymore. And so I pointed out to everybody. I told them when I asked them. I told them when they blew me off. I went and yelled at fucking everybody. And then I had to explain to the CFO what the crazy shit that I have to do to keep this company fucking going.
Good.
And then I told him about my race car, and he told me about all the crazy shit he used to do in the UK because he's fucking Scottish. This dude was a damn criminal.
You know what? You sometimes you just gotta have a fucking conversation with people.
I this was in the pipe for a long time because I'm an opportunist. I'll wait. I have a lot of patience.
You are an opportunist, Mr. Waited a month to shoot back.
It's true. I ran him down, and I found him weeks before I accidentally bumped into him. There were thoughts in my mind where I'm like, I can deal with this, and I won't have to worry again. But hey, God wouldn't look too good on that, so I tried to let it go, you know. And so I've learned a lot of patience, and I've got I learned some snap at knowing when you got to do what you got to do. And sometimes shit comes together real quick all at the same time. And if you stay prepared, you don't have to get prepared.
Yeah,
Very wise.
Sure
God,
you told
absolutely.
them, I'm sure you told them you were a black man. And that's how you've been in prison and all. You might as well be black. So
Actually, yes, according to the law, it is like that. I'm a disadvantaged minority, and I actually fill up any diversity slot.
Wow.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Think you could get me into college?
Nope. Why you gotta be talking shit to Jews, CJ? Why'd you fucking shoot yourself in the foot like that?
They don't work anyway.
I know you can't even feel it, but
not all Jews. I love the Jews. I have like 20 Woody Allen movies on my fucking dresser right now.
So you only like Jewish pedophiles?
Well, Oh, we don't throw that word around when it
Oh, what do you?
relates to Jesus.
Hey, let's not get feisty here. He's an ephebophile, Rudy.
Oh,
Pedo!
oh God, not that shit.
I
All
do
right.
want a career in the film industry at some point, Rudy. I can't.
I
Have you given up on
saying
marketing there,
words.
CJ?
Yeah, basically because of what Adam said, where everybody speaks in corporate speak. Or I think you said that.
I
but
said
think
that.
you
I
said
did
that.
say that. Everybody speaks in careful
Where everybody,
corporatese.
yeah, and it makes you want to kill yourself, which is why I got out of there. It's terrible.
Yeah, you need to find some place where people have incredibly loose morals.
Yeah,
Like the entertainment
I
industry.
think Hollywood's the place.
Damn, you're right about that. Well, we let's wind this shit down and get into our favorite segment, which is To Catch a Redditor. All right. Let's do the first segment of shit that people are talking about Will Smith.
From r/news, Psychopath writes, Will Smith is realizing that he and his family are going to be the butt of many, many, many jokes from here on out, and they won't be nearly as benign. Worldwide Wig writes, I'm at a comedy festival right now, and the comedians were storming each other's sets and slapping the shit out of each other last night. The compare even kicked off with, before we bring out our acts, does anyone have a bald wife? Serial Dabbler writes, how can slaps be real if our hands aren't real? Cuban Links 3112 writes,
Bad.
keep my bassist name out your fucking mouth.
Oh God.
Oh, Reddit, continue to be the worst.
Yeah, it's very painful. It was bad enough listening to the Redditors pretend to be intellectuals. It's very
These people are
painful
so
listening
fucking
to them
cringe. Just
pretending to be
everything
comedians.
they say is it's just like what because they make these 30-year-old references because that's the last time they've paid attention to pop culture.
Reddit is the epitome of mediocrity in
it
literally
sucks.
everything.
Wow.
They have mediocre
You know
Oh,
jokes.
the
hey,
joke is-
hey, that's not a joke, Rudy. You're supposed to call them all baby rapers.
Rabbitt, you know a joke is good when you indent it at the beginning of the setup.
Ooh, when you hit enter and then enter again and then keep typing, that's how you know your joke has gotten really funny.
Oh my God. Let's see what Reddit has to say about fucking Joe Biden's shit.
Let's see if
with
they
the
can hit
Ukraine.
paragraph 4 on that one. Something really killer.
From r/World News, Links Minx writes, Putin, I'll declare war on the West and deploy our nuclear weapons. Biden, Putin has to go. Media, Biden gaff rocks nation. This is the new sleeve writes, saying a man is committing war crimes and should not stay in power shouldn't be a controversial statement. Star X Damio writes, the same principles should be held for other countries like the US and Israel too. Tobiov writes, it isn't controversial. The problem is rather it's a departure from diplomatic conventions on how you talk about other states. Edit, I can't keep up with the replies, but they're almost all a variation of Trump did it, so it's fine, or Putin
Actually,
is bad,
the way
so it's
that we
fine.
discuss the
If you want your leaders to be no
interstitial
better than
regions
Putin or Trump,
between
cool. I think
the
Western
way that we
democracy is
discuss
one of
our
living in a society
political
that's based on liberal,
interstitialism
democratic,
is
rules-based international
really
order.
integral to the
That
way that
means
we
obeying
fucking
certain conventions that have historically helped us avoid war. Like many points of principle, we need to keep them because we think they are important.
You obviously
Dude,
don't know as much
Oh.
about history as I do because you
tried,
don't know
Rabbit.
about the
You
secret
tried to
deal.
overtalk that guy, and you just ran out of steam right at the end.
I wasn't even trying to overtalk him. I was just trying to fucking Jesus.
Oh, dude, so this thing was so fucking long, and oh my God, I'm like, holy shit. Do you think you've read maybe a headline and you write 8 fucking paragraphs about this shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know it's not even a fucking hard claim to make, but Reddit is absolutely the biggest who gives a shit fucking place in the world. It is why they have their own segment. It is why they have their own feature. because really, these people have too much fucking time on their hands. They have too much. God, where do they go? I cannot think of the time. I cannot think of a time when I've ever sat down and been like, I have about 9 paragraphs of shit to say on something that does not involve me whatsoever. I've never been that involved in other people's shit.
Man. So let's
Everyone
continue.
on Reddit.
It's the
Everyone
armchair
on
of the
Reddit-
internet.
So what do you got? What do you got for the next one?
Oh yeah, let's continue on with Will Smith.
From r/news, FNOG Nerf This writes, August slaps your wife's ass harder. Xenoman101 writes, Chris should have told Will right after the slap, and they let you BLE? I know everything writes, Will Smith's relationship is open to everything but jokes. Andrew Crawford writes, and Chris Rock directed good hair. Like, all Will needed to do was mention this to guilt him into the next dimension.
Open to everything, but it's true. It's not that they're wrong about you, so they're giving you shit.
The reason that Jada is so rich is because she saves all the money that she would be spending on hair products.
Oh,
Wow.
You know the price of coconut oil these days?
oh man. It's not that bad, dude. It's like $17 for 64 ounces, man.
If they have an open relationship, I might hit that because I've always wanted to know what it's like to finish on a cue ball.
Oh my god. Alright, that's the show. Fuck. Alright. So to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/WGA shit show. Hey, give us a subscription. You know, if you give us $100 a month, CJ will teach a woman how to speed walk. We got bonus episodes, other things like that too. I interviewed the guy that tuned my car, and he talked about street racing back in the Gap in Houston. That was kind of interesting. I also got an interview with the Trap House that's up live. That's a little probably too real to put anywhere but Patreon. Also check out our friends at NFHC Podcast, fantastic podcast. Also check out the Rich Dickman show at richdickman.com or patreon.com/richdickman. Rabbitt, you got anything you've been watching or anything you want to plug?
Do you got this shit written down, man? You fucking rattle it off.
Dude, I've been doing this for over a year now. Like, this shit's getting long in the tooth. We're going to have Dick Masterson on the show in less than a year.
Ooh, really?
108 is the cutoff, right? So he does everybody's 108 if you ask him. Now, the goal is to get him on the show before then because I think the show is good enough that, you know, you don't need to give me a damn concession.
Man. You've been on his fucking how many times?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna meet him in person on the weekend and challenge him to a duel. You know, look back here. Looking at this fucking thing right here. I got the other gun in the other room. I've been practicing. You know,
Ooh, hit him with one of the fucking Cowboy Pete, Cowboy Adam.
But you know, I'm a hospitable guy. He's coming to my neighborhood, so I'll make sure he feels welcomed. And I know that when this dude meets me in person, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck, dude? They make people like this? I thought you were a fucking character."
No, you're a real fucking guy.
Yeah,
it's always fun. It's always fun to figure that out about you. Is you're a real motherfucker.
Yeah, Mom says I'm bona fide.
Bona fide.
So,
Mom
Rooty,
said I'm special.
Rooty, you got anything you've been watching lately, or anything you want to plug?
I encourage everyone, check out this wonderful YouTube series. It's called The Unbiased History of Rome. Very funny, very stupid. Of course, Rabbitt's going to laugh at me because I'm a dork.
You are a dork. You're so cute.
Yeah, but it actually was pretty good.
Did you watch it too?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, CJ and I watched it.
I did. I watched it. It was pretty good.
You like
CJ.
he liked the part at the Feast of Lupercalia where all the men got naked and then started whipping
I'm
the
sure
women
he
to
loved
increase their fertility.
I'm sure that he loved the part where all the men got naked.
I'm going to.
All right, hey CJ, you got anything you've been watching lately, or anything you want to plug?
I will plug the Permobile company. They make a very reliable wheelchair. I've been using mine for 10+ years, and it's still going strong. So, Permobile CS500, it's a good model. go by.
All right, and I definitely got to plug Import Tuner and Brakes. I do custom performance brake jobs there in the Houston area. You'd never necessarily know by the look of it, but a fucking guru runs that shop. Old school dude that just likes fucking with cars all the time. Been doing it for a minute, and this dude fucking made my car just rock fucking tits. Holy shit. So I can't sing this dude's praises enough. I'm gonna try to interview him again and throw it up on the Patreon. So we'll see what's up with that. But that's all we got for you this week. See ya.
See you, everybody.
Horny, everybody.
See you.
See you later, child dater. In a while, pedophile.
Oh, god damn it. I just remembered something, a funny story I should have told, but whatever.
It always works like that, man.
Yeah.
If you're ever worried about it, show notes, dude. Show notes are really helpful.
Yeah. No, I should have talked at the beginning when he asked how my week was. We had the smoke alarm go off in my dorm last night
Yeah.
because oh no, this was 2 nights ago. Sunday night. So we have a really bad rapper that I go to college with,
Yeah.
and he has done open mic nights where some white women go up and they will sing like Sweet Caroline or whatever they want.
Mhm.
And then that'll go on for like 20 minutes. And then he'll just take over the mic and then do like an hour-long show of him doing really awful rap music that he's not good at. And they kicked him out of his usual spot on campus because their campus is trying to crack down on underage drinking. So he
Oh.
came to the basement of my dorm. And this man, in his infinite wisdom, decided, hey guys, you know what would do really well in a building? A smoke machine.
Mm.
This man brings a smoke machine and turns it on at the beginning of his little concert. Can you guess what the smoke machine activated?
All the smoke alarms.
Yes.
Was it all
the smoke alarms? Yes, all the smoke alarms went off. In the whole building, I freaked out because I stuck my head out the door and I smelled actual smoke. And I thought, oh shit, the fucking sprinklers are going to go off. So I take my little blanket and some towels and I drape it over my little setup because I genuinely thought we would have water damage because I thought something was actually on fire for once. And then it turns out this idiot brought a smoke machine inside and turned it on.
Wow. What a fucking jackass.